what you learned in school. Never mind what your parents told you, and disregard what your friends say. From now on, the only people you need to listen to are these guys. For the next several minutes, they'll take you on a journey through the political jungle. And when your journey is over and you're safe at home, they promise you'll be stronger, smarter, and just plain better. So buckle up, hang on to your ears, because your journey starts now.
The United States is not and will never be at war with Islam.
Well, that's good. I saw an article today that said ISIS is done. That ISIS, they're done. I saw it. It was in an article.
Was it in the Onion?
Duffel blog, maybe? Something? I don't know. I don't know what it was.
What was the rationale by?
I don't know. I think it was Saudi Arabia was saying it was something.
Yeah, they would. All right. Well, today is Thursday. It's November 9th, 2017.
Wow.
You know, we're in the Freedom Studios on the 15th floor of the Patriot Towers in Liberty City. Where at, Nate?
The Kingdom of Bhutan.
Bhutan.
No.
It's Bhutan.
No, it isn't.
Bhutan.
Yeah. Bhutan.
Bhutan. Like I put in my lighter?
No, that's butane.
Oh.
This is where it comes from.
Is it? I don't think so.
No, I doubt it.
They have a natural reserve of butane in Bhutan?
It's the country. It's 14,824 square miles, but it's only 1% water.
Ooh.
That seems low to me.
That's good.
I don't know. About 800,000 people here.
Well, what's nice is they don't have to learn to swim.
The official language, Bhutanese.
Bhutanese.
But their schools teach...
Beautiful.
Schools teach in English.
Okay.
So that's weird.
Well, I mean, we have Native American tribes, right, that probably have a native language, but they probably teach their kids English. So I get it.
I don't know.
You see what I'm saying?
No, I don't. I don't understand what you're saying, Brian.
Okay. Well, let me explain it to you. Did you get it?
I got it.
Okay.
All right, thanks for that. Yeah, so...
Oh, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today.
Anyway, it's an Asian country.
In Asia?
In Asia.
That's a long ways away.
Mm-hmm.
How'd we get there?
Airplane.
I thought we took a boat.
No, it's landlocked.
Yeah. Okay. That was my little joke. 1% water. I figured it was landlocked. Otherwise, you'd have.
Why would you figure that?
Well, because if it had a coastline, it would have more water because they would own out into the water of a certain distance. Being such a small country, and if they had a big coast.
You know what really bugs me about this place is they drive on the left side of the road.
Yeah.
And that's wrong. That is wrong.
Well, left is sinister.
They also use the metric system. I don't understand that.
They're pretty smart.
Constitutional monarchy.
Seems weird.
It does. It does, but it's the
England
truth.
has it.
Yeah, right. And there's a parliament, so...
It's a constitutional dictatorship.
Actually, this was the most interesting thing.
Oh, my
that
goodness.
I don't know how common it is, but you don't hear about it a lot, is that heritage, or whatever, lineage, was that the word? Anyway, things pass through the female, not the male.
Hereditary.
Yeah. So, like...
Not heritage.
The woman, what's the difference?
Well, heritage is where you're from.
Yeah, same thing. So...
Okay.
The woman gets the house and things like that, and the men are expected to find their own way and usually get married and move in with their wife.
So it's more of a matriarchal society.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I don't want to stay here very long.
We better get out of here. We don't fit in.
So let me ask you. Last week we didn't have enough topics to cover, and you didn't spend any time on giving us a history of any country as the intro to the show, and today you're just a chatty Cathy talking about stuff when we have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
And I just wasted a few more seconds.
And you said you were going to ask me something?
I was going to ask
What were you going to
something.
ask?
Why are you doing that?
Just fill time.
Okay. We don't need time filled today. next week we might. Well, no, there won't be a show next week.
Oh, jeez, that's terrible.
I know.
I'm
You're
sad.
heartbreaking.
I'm sad.
I'll be up north hunting rabbits. Well, no, hunting deer.
Well, I mean,
Deer.
if we're being honest, it doesn't matter what you go hunting
No, it really
because
doesn't.
you're not going to shoot anything.
No. I might not even get out in the woods. I don't
Yeah.
know. But I won't be here.
Yeah.
And I will be up north.
All right.
Although after the phone call with my mother,
She might be listening.
she's
You
not
should
listening.
probably apologize.
I may not go up at all because I usually go up there and say hi, Ma. But anyways, I had an unusual thing happen today at work.
Okay.
I had my iPhone on my desk, and I was leaning back in my chair chatting with a coworker. And for some reason, we were talking about police, and I think I was talking about my uncle and when he retired from the state police, what he did and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, Siri just comes out and goes, "This is what I found for police."
Yeah.
Okay, but I didn't touch the phone.
Yeah.
I didn't say Siri. I didn't push the button to
Well, you said
unlock it.
something that Siri thought was calling her.
But is she listening all the time? And
If you have it turned on, yeah.
my phone wasn't on.
Your phone wasn't powered off. There's a feature that you can turn on and off that tells Siri whether to listen for you to say, "Hey Siri."
I don't do that. I have to
I
push.
bet
that.
it's turned on.
Well, we can look at it.
We
But
can.
So I tried it afterwards. What I'm saying is, I held the phone up and I said,
Where's your phone? Hey
Siri.
Siri. Well, we don't need to do it right now. You know what's funny? Really, we don't. I was joking. I don't want to.
"Here, Siri. Siri, come on, Siri. Siri. Siri, Siri." See, I have to push the button. I have
Okay,
to,
that's
like,
fine. Well,
the
it
point
must
is-
be. It must be the government.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Who the hell's listening to me?
So here's the thing that's funny in my house is that 3 of us that are old enough to have phones have iPhones.
Uh-huh.
The 2-year-old Liberty,
Yeah.
just the other day,
Yeah.
started walking around going, "Hey Siri, hey Siri." So everyone's phone's going nuts all the time because she's walking around calling Siri.
I don't have that feature activated on my phone.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to do this. So then I have to push it.
Yeah, people generally get
Hi,
the
Siri,
idea.
do something.
That doesn't make good radio.
Okay.
Sorry, Brian. I can't do that. You're not listening to the music app.
What? Okay.
Well, you're pretty worthless.
There's been.
Well, I'm still here for you.
You know what? This has to be a first.
And that makes me happy.
This has to be the first in the history of radio. Is that?
I understand.
Yeah, you wouldn't understand. Go to hell, bitch.
Oh.
Anyways.
What I was going to say is you're a pioneer because I'm sure there's never been another radio show that had fun with Siri on the air. I'm sure that's never happened before.
Oh, screw you too. So, yeah, iPhones are scary. Deer hunting is fun. My mother's mad at me. What else is going
Well,
on?
maybe that's the real problem is you don't know.
Well, I'm pretty
if
sure.
she's mad at you or not.
I learned that you have to make sure you turn the phone off before you start making fun of her to your friends.
What's okay? There's a couple things that are really sad about that. The most sad thing is that that's actually what happened.
All
The second thing that's sad is the better, probably more ethical and more like humane solution is don't make fun of your mother.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
that's-
you don't have the problem. Live mic or not.
Yeah,
you could have
that's not gonna happen.
You could have left the phone on and said, "Gee, I really love her."
Yeah.
And that would have been a positive thing.
That's a good idea. I'm thinking I'm going to do that.
Maybe call her right
I'm
now.
going to call her right now during the show and say, all right, well, I got to hang up now and not hang up. God, I love my mom. She's the greatest person in the whole world. The problem is she's like, I heard you. I know you're not talking. Nah, we have a good time.
Jeez.
We're too much alike. That's
It's really
the problem.
terrible. Yeah, that's true. Let's
Anyway.
move on. You want to talk about some Michigan stuff? There's lots of Michigan news.
Oh, I love Michigan.
Actually,
We've got this.
I do want to ask. I've been worried. Did you survive the Antifa revolution?
I did not. I was killed.
Were you by Antifa?
Yes.
Or by your mother?
Oh, well, that's coming up.
Is she Antifa? Antifa?
She probably would be, yeah.
So that I just want to say I had people asking me, is this going to turn into anything? Are they going to attack and kill white people? Is there going to be a revolution, a civil war? I gave the same answer.
Oh, yes, go on about guns now. Lots of ammunition. Do it.
I was scared. No, I gave the same answer. No, it's going to be nothing. There will be isolated incidents of stuff. But at the same time, when I went out, I carried an extra gun.
What? So you had 5?
I had 5 this time.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I didn't.
So,
I didn't go out.
You
What day
stayed
was that?
inside in your basement? I think it was Saturday. It was remember the 4th of November.
I don't think I watched football all day, college football
went out
all day. I didn't go out.
I did.
But I did have my
I was armed to the teeth.
I had my AK on my lap
Did you? With a bump stock?
with a chainsaw
Oh, yeah. Yeah, with a chainsaw bayonet.
on my rail, on my Pekingese rail.
So USA Today put that video out of here's the gun the shooter used in Texas, and then sneakily, and here's some of the attachments that you could have for that gun, and they showed like a flashlight, okay, a foregrip, okay, cool, a chainsaw bayonet,
Yeah.
like what? And what's sad is that
Sales are going through the roof.
Everyone was like, "Oh, USA Today, you don't know anything." Turns out it's a real thing.
Yeah.
You really can get a chainsaw bayonet.
21 inches long.
Mine's in the mail on the way.
Yeah.
It's huge. It's like 5 pounds and 21 inches long.
And $800.
And $800.
You could buy 2 smaller real chainsaws.
But it'll fit on any rail.
Yeah, you want to put it on your
I want to
SD?
put it on my handgun. Yeah. I think that would be great. You don't think so?
Well, I want you to wear it appendix style then.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, once you holster it, it's not too bad. But
No holster, Mexican.
oh, okay. In the front?
Yep.
Yeah, gotcha. All right.
Ouch, 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 as you draw it.
Would that be legal to carry in Michigan?
I don't see why not. I can walk down the street with a chainsaw, can't I?
I assume.
People do it around my neighborhood.
As long as you don't have a single blade that's
I keep
over
chasing
3
the one
inches
guy
or
out of the
something.
yard. He keeps wanting to cut my trees down. Get the hell out of here. Get off my lawn.
Speaking of guns, this is cool. So this bill, it was Senate Bill 584
in Michigan.
came up in Michigan.
It's the same garbage about trying to...
It started out okay.
Yeah.
So it was introduced, it went past committee.
Well, let's wait a minute. I want to do this first.
Okay.
This was tried a while ago, this bill. It was a similar bill, and what they put in there
Well,
was
you're jumping ahead.
No, that you couldn't open carry in these gun-free zones, but you could conceal carry only if you got the exemption with extra training and paid somebody for the training.
Yeah.
And violation of that was a felony.
Right.
Okay, so this week they introduced that bill, and that wasn't in there. That language wasn't in there when they went into committee. And so Michigan Open Carry testified in favor of the bill. along
Which
with
language? You're confusing everybody.
Okay, what?
Which language wasn't in there?
It was in English.
Oh, okay. Not Bhutanese?
Bhutanese. It's a beautiful language. It didn't have the it didn't have the you can't open carry language in there.
It was strictly you can get an exemption from those gun-free zones with extra training.
Right. That was kind of it.
Which was not. That's not terrible. It is because it's still
You're paying extra money for extra rights that you already have.
kind of, but it wasn't taking anything away necessarily.
No. And you can already open carry with a concealed pistol license in those places.
Right.
And that's what they're trying to ban, because what did Meekhoff say something about when you open carry, it's like screaming fire in a theater?
Yeah, and he just wants to take the distractions away from the children and make sure the children aren't scared.
And some of the readings, the comments was like, well, what we want people to have guns in schools, but we don't want to have them see the guns. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
it's ridiculous.
At the last minute.
Well, at the very last minute, they added that wording in.
And more.
To add new gun-free zones.
Right.
Expanded the list. What was it? It says any property owned by a public airport